Hi, this is Harris, founder of Harris & Co, co-founder to HACA. Today we are going to learn or understand what are the different types of digital marketing, or let's learn what are the fundamentals of digital marketing. Now let's understand what are the different types of digital marketing mainly, right? The first one is social media marketing. Now my question is, social media is nothing but all these social media platforms. When you market your products in all these social media platforms, that becomes a social media marketing. Now my question is, why do we need all these social media channels? You have Instagram, you have LinkedIn, you have Facebook, you have X, Twitter, you have Pinterest, you have Snapchat, all these social media channels. Why do we need these many of the channels? Now I know what you're thinking. All these channels have its own demography and psychography of people. Exactly, right? So let's understand. If you take Instagram, the people who hang out in Instagram, their age category can be 15 to maybe 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Also, there are people now hanging out, right? And when we become 60 and 70, we might be still using Instagram, right? Now the types of content that works in Instagram is infotainment, I would say. Information put out in the format of entertainment. And people hang out in Instagram. How? They hang out in stories and they hang out in reels, not in the feed, right? They spend a lot of time in stories and they spend a lot of time in reels. So you have to be where the people are hanging out, right? And Instagram, if you're selling a product which is not of a luxury, right, you can have Instagram as a channel priority, and your audience is actually hanging out in Instagram. Let's say you are catering to a mostly a B2C kind of services, you can choose Instagram as your platform, right? The types of content that works in Instagram is, as I told, infotainment. Let's understand Facebook. Right now, Facebook, people with the age of maybe 45 plus to 50 plus is hanging out in Facebook. So if you are getting a notion that I need to start using Facebook, congrats, you are old. Right now, what type of content that works in Facebook? Now there is something which we need to understand. There is something called organic reach for every platform. Organic reach is nothing but if you upload a content, how much of the reach the platform is giving it to you without boosting or running or paying any amount organically. That is organic reach. Now when you need, what you need to understand is the organic reach in Instagram is good. Even if you have 1,000 followers or 500 followers, you put out a good video, it can still get 1,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 or 10,000 views as well. There are people who there are people who get millions of views as well, right? So organic reach of Instagram is good. Instagram pushes your content if your content is good. Facebook organic reach is almost zero, right? Facebook do not give you a single organic reach. What type of content works in Facebook? What happened to that actress, right? What I meant is, thumbnail rich content works a lot in Facebook. Comedy content works a lot in Facebook. News related content works a lot in Facebook. So that is something what works in Facebook, and it has got almost no organic reach, right? Now the next platform we can take is LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn, most of the people are used by B2B, right? If you are in the B2B sector, you want to attract a lot of job seekers or board of directors, CEOs. You have to be in LinkedIn. Mostly if you are into the service industry, you have to be in LinkedIn. That's why you get the quality audience for your service or product. LinkedIn, the people who hang out, as I told, is job seekers, board of directors, CEOs, marketers. All of these people are hanging out in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not a what? It's kind of a boring platform. You do not have a lot of entertainment in LinkedIn. People will not spend a lot of time in LinkedIn by scrolling. So most of the time, people hang out in LinkedIn in the morning period than the evening, right? But if you put forward, if you be consistent on LinkedIn, it will help you get the dream job. It will help you it will give you a lot of leads. I've closed a lot of clients of mine for the agency through LinkedIn. Now let's take an example of X, not the X which you are thinking about. I'm talking about the Twitter. Now what type of people hang out in Twitter? Twitter is mostly a conversation channel, right? Nerd people, tech related people, crypto, finance related companies, all of these people have to advertise in Twitter because these are the people who's hanging out in Twitter, right? And Twitter also act as an online reputation channel. If you have a complaint about the large corporate, you go to Twitter and tag them and they reply there, right? Now let's take an example of Snapchat, right? Most of the time Snapchat is used by young people. Snapchat do not make a lot of advertisement and revenue because these young people do not have buying power with them, right? So what I meant is each of the social media channels has its own characteristics and behavior. Now YouTube, every type of people hang out in YouTube, right? No matter what, every type of people hang out in YouTube. Now what we need to understand is, let's say we are okay to watch 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minute videos in YouTube, but not okay to watch in Instagram. Why? Because YouTube, there is an intent. We are going there, we are putting a search, we are searching something in YouTube, and then we are ready, we are prepared to watch the long form video. We are looking forward for videos which has got maximum information. But in Instagram, there is no intent. We are simply swiping in reels, and all of a sudden we are seeing this particular video, right? So YouTube is something which is watched by everyone. That's why people do a lot of awareness campaigns in YouTube. People do a lot of informational videos in YouTube. Then similarly TikTok is also almost similar. So what we need to understand, when we learn about the characteristics, demography and psychography and of business, we need to understand where do these people hang out, which are a channel priority. Maybe when you are just starting it out, you will not be able to push content on all the platform, yes of course, but what we need to understand, which is the platform which has got most of my target audience hanging out. That is the platform you need to start your digital marketing with for your business. So I hope you've understood what is social media marketing, what are the different types of social media marketing, characteristics and behavior of each social media channels, and you need to understand which channel which channel can be your channel priority for your business, and choose the one to start with and slowly add most of it, right? YouTube and all is going to be the leverage for your business. Reason being, if you upload a video in YouTube today, it is the shelf life of that video, it stays for 2 years, 3 years and 4 years. But for the Instagram, it can go vanish ASAP, right? And all of this also act as a brand building activity. Social media, it directly do not gives you leads. Definitely once you have enough following and once you get enough reach, there are people who will come to DM you, message you, asking a lot of questions and things like that. But it acts as a brand building channel, as a priority in the front, right? I hope you've understood all about the first type of digital marketing, that is social media marketing.